Yo, big up, guys. Welcome to the Football Overseas City channel. Sorry for the delay, and we're live for Man United 2026-2027 season expectation. This is Michael Carrick's first full season as first team manager of Man United, and we are playing this season. We have gone from playing one game a week to playing 2 to 3 games a week. Last season was a tough season and a frustrating season where it led to the dismissal of Ruben Amorim and led to all in the midway, and also the appointment of Carrick. Carrick as an interim manager performed decently well. It took us from mid-table to qualifying for Champions League football, which we thought was going to be impossible at that time under Ruben Amorim, but Carrick did the impossible. So, yeah, as well. What else? This season we are playing in competitions: UCL, Premier League, FA Cup, Carabao Cup. Yeah, those four competitions. Last season we were playing in the Premier League, and also we are playing in the uh, hmm, we're playing in the Premier League and in the domestic cups. Yeah, let me start off with sharing. So obviously, during the summer we the board hasn't backed up Amrin. No, the board hasn't backed up Carrick in a good way. They haven't signed the players that we needed to sign. They have signed more of option C signings. Yeah, the likes of Andrey Santos, Tielemans wasn't the first choice signings or first choice options that he wanted. I at first wanted players like Tonali, Matthias Fernandez, and yeah, and that shows how it has been a disappointing summer for the negotiation team. Once again, when we have qualified for UCL football, the negotiating team has let us down. And yeah, once again, the negotiation team has let us down, and it will continue to let us down. So that's one of the things to look out for. But let's start off with the debut season for Man United 2026-2027 for Michael Carrick. Premier League last season we finished third place. My predicted my expectation for this Premier League season is to finish fourth. Reason I say fourth is because I feel with the transfer window that we have had, we still haven't signed a left back. Yeah, look, sure, we'll be playing 2 to 3 games a week in a 60-game season. That's a very long season. And we know the, that last season was Luxor's first season being fully fit. And we don't know how Luxor will manage a 2 to 3 game a week season. And he's the only senior left back left at the club because Dogo is now considered a left winger, not a left back anymore. And mm Andrey Santos will go out on loan again, same as Diago Leon as well, and that leaves with Luxor as well. So we desperately need a left back. We haven't signed Casemiro's replacement as well. Yeah, that is clearly noted. That as a key figure we need to sign, and we need a backup striker. We clearly need a backup striker. I don't want to see Zaxi start any minutes next season. And we need to get rid of Deadwood. Deadwood like we need to get rid of Deadwood. Example, Deadwood like Zaxi, Deadwood like other like Rashford and other things as well. So for this summer, it has been a summer of where the negotiation team has really let down United, and it's more of a reactive transfer window, and now we're linked to a move to Baleba completing that move. But let's be honest, Beleba is coming at a time where he'll be available in October, which isn't a perfect timing, and because of this current injury. So that means that, plus also he hasn't had much of a preseason as yes, yeah. So the same issue that Bomo was going through last season is the same issue Beleba will go through. It is due to United incompetency in in negotiating. United is a reactive negotiation team rather than a proactive negotiation team. Yeah. Um. So my expectation is fourth place. The reason I'll have loved to expect United to compete with the Premier League trophy, but I'm being honest here. I don't think this squad is anywhere near the quality to compete for any title race in the Premier League, and we could in the next 5 years, but we need to improve our negotiation team. We need to improve a lot of areas in defense. And the thing with the Baleba deal, if that deal was done last summer, we could have been focusing that 65 million pounds on getting a left back. We could have been focusing that 65 million pounds getting a right centre back. That we could have focused that 65 million pounds getting a right left winger, because we do need a left winger. Dogo is an converted left winger to fix a mistake to fix, but we still do need a left winger. And then we still do need a backup striker for Sesko, because Mbomo is a makeshift striker. He's like the Dogo on the striker kind of feel. And Dogo wasn't even meant to be a left back, left winger. He's meant to be a left back as well, clawing down the extreme. So I think with United as well, everything the Premier League wise, it points to me wanting us to at least finish back to back UCL football, to qualify for back to back UCL football, and that's a most realistic position I can say we can do. Yeah, I'll not say we can qualify for. mm we can qualify for title race because that's too soon, but my goal for this season, Premier League wise, looking at the transfer window, looking at our preseason, how we performed the preseason. We did perform very well in the preseason. We only lost once, even though that was a humiliating loss, but we only lost once. And yeah, so I think this season for the Premier League, I'm just focusing on getting back to back to Europe, some sort of consistency, because United has this thing of qualifying for Europe, then the next season we don't qualify for Europe. So that inconsistency I don't want. I want to find some level of consistency, and that my main goal for this season is to qualify for UCL back to back. Yeah. FA Cup. FA Cup, it was an embarrassing result, getting knocked out by Brighton early round. We lost 2-1 to Brighton, and I don't want a repeat of that under Michael Carrick. We at least will have some manager stability. Yeah, yeah, at least we'll have some manager stability, and I feel like under Michael Carrick, we should be pushing for quarterfinal finish in the FA Cup. And yeah, considering also our midfield is a bit thin, and FA Cup is usually run during the second leg of the season, that is from January to June 2027. And yeah, mostly I feel the squad under this midfield depth will be a bit thin and will be a bit fatigued from yeah in April 2027. So that when we could see United dropping some points, in the Premier League. You can see United dropping some, losing some games from April to May 2027. Considering also there was World Cup that happened also before this season began, so that could also add as a further factor as well. As most of some of the first 11 did not get much fitness into their legs during the preseason as well. Some of them only got 1 to 2 games, 2 to 3 games in the preseason, so there's not that much sharpness as other teams have had as well. So I think United will be probably hurt the most by it, and we haven't spent much to get more players into the club. So I feel a quarterfinal run should I should be expecting. I'm expecting quarterfinal run in the FA Cup. Carabao Cup, Carabao Cup. I expect the same quarterfinal run. I know round of four. I know for us will be entering Carabao Cup in the round of four because we are European Premier League playing side will be entering round of four, and yeah. So I think this time it's not. I don't want to get embarrassed. I don't want to be knocked out by a weaker team. Last season I was fuming with the way we got knocked out by Smith Town on penalties. That was an embarrassing result. That result I was done and tired with Onana. I wanted Onana gone the minute a whistle was blown. And I wanted the manager gone. That's where I lost my class in the manager because what do you mean for this game specifically? You're dropping your number one goalkeeper for a goalkeeper who has not even had any match fitness, any match sharpness. And I knew it was a recipe for disaster. Definitely. It was a recipe for disaster. And this season, there's no excuses, Carrick. There's no excuses. I don't want you to rotate because Carl Dowley is my equivalent of Onana. I don't see him better than Onana. I see him worse than Onana is because let's be honest, Onana at Inter was good. He does that at United. He was bad, horrible at United, and Caldal is worse. So I don't want to see Caldal start. Another Hinton will be back in October, and we'll miss some Carabao Cup games, but I'm expecting United to go to the quarterfinal, and to if they can make a title, if they can push for the final, I'll be happy. But I know my minimum expectation is quarterfinals. Yeah. Champions League, my minimum expectations for United is quarterfinals. I feel like looking at the pot as well, we could we could struggle with pot one teams because those teams are strong teams. That is, we could get a 1 point. We have a 1.25 points per game against them home and away. And then pot two, pot three will be a bit over medium, like some teams you could dominate against, some teams you cannot dominate against. Our pot is pot two. Then pot four, we will enjoy playing teams for pot four because those are weaker sides. So I feel like we could finish the league stage with 16 points. That will lead to automatic qualification for knockout stage, and that will so the realistic perform finish will be quarterfinals because I'm expecting us in round of 16 to play a team, most likely a team from Port C or Port 4. Yeah. And I think that wraps it up. Yeah. What I want to say, Glazers and the Ineos, is that we need signings. We desperately need signings. We should stop this thing of reactive transfer window. We should stop this thing of reactive negotiation transfer window. But apart from that, I'm excited to see how we perform in is it tomorrow's match? Yeah. Yeah, I'm excited to see how we perform on Saturday's match. I'll be live tomorrow for the whole city preview. Apart from that, make sure you like, subscribe, and glory to Man United. Hopefully, we have a better season that we had last season, and we just need to get rid of the deadwood this transfer window, and we just need to sign a left back remaining and a CM. Apart from that, make sure you subscribe to the channel if you are new to the channel. If you like this what we do, like the stream, comment down your thoughts and your expectations of United in the Premier League, UCL, FA Cup, and Carabao Cup. If you're a United fan, to let me know what you expect from our board and what are your thoughts on our preseason, what are our thoughts on our transfer window, and what is our thoughts on what's going on currently right now as well. And make sure you subscribe right now. The channel is on 10 1032 subs. If you can push to 2500, I'll appreciate. But part of my, I'll see you guys next time, and scan the code up there as well, the QR code up there. Yeah.